Okay, guys. So basically, the previous videos that you just saw, I was actually at the gym while this storm was getting going. And at the gym, all of a sudden, I'm working out. It was kind of like drizzling in the morning. It wasn't bad. And it had like rained like fairly heavy the night before. But like, again, I woke up in the morning. It wasn't like too bad. And so I'll go to the gym. And then I walk into the gym, and there's a couple spots in the gym that are already leaking. And so, anyways, long story short, in the middle of my workout, all of a sudden, I'm like sitting there. I'm like, man, it's like, is the AC really loud? Like, what's going on? And I realized that it's the sound of the rain, and I can hear it like through the building inside the mall. And I'm like, oh man, like it must be coming down hard. And then by the time I finish my workout, literally half the gym floor is like wet, like they're like battling all these leaks and stuff, and I'm like walking out of the gym. So anyways, those first two videos were me coming home after my gym session, where like some of the water had started accumulating. So you saw the roundabout, you saw the street pulling up to my house, and then shortly after I get home, I take that video, probably like a couple hours after I get home, I take that video of just that storm going crazy, with our cars parked in. And that was like, I think that was like 2 p.m. and we knew something was coming, because all of a sudden I was like, man, it's really dark, like what time is it? And it was 2 p.m. and then all of a sudden it's really dark, and the trees are like moving all over the place. And then again, I just hear a roar, and I'm like, oh, it's starting. I went out, grabbed a quick video, and that was basically, I think that was like the second of 3 waves that we were hit with. So I got some other videos here that I thought maybe I could show you guys, and then give some commentary on like what exactly is going on here. So like pretty soon after I took the video at the front, I go to the back. This is the back of our house. And this is what, like, if you're looking at this, dude, I don't even know what to say. The view here, like this section back here, as it goes to the right, yeah, we started having leaking. So if you guys can see that water coming in there, excuse my feet and my toes. But man, the visibility was so bad, and just horrible. And moments later, where it was probably raining that hard for like, I want to say like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then it's still raining in this video, but it's a little bit less intense. We can see to the end of our street now. In the previous video, it was raining so hard you couldn't even see the end of the street. Just so you guys know, we do not have a river that flows through our community. This is a street. This is the main entrance that we come in and out of to get in and out of our neighborhood. So basically the road had turned into a river at this point. All of this is flowing down behind our house. Apparently our neighbors said that their boundary wall must have had like a crack or like a hole in it. I'll just hit play again here. And they said that they got to the back of their house, and the backyard had started filling up because of all the water from the back coming in. So apparently while we were fighting leaks inside the house, they were in their backyard, literally with buckets, throwing water over the boundary wall so that the water wouldn't build up enough to come into the house. So with that in mind, like, we were pretty lucky, to be honest. So guys, I have a bunch of footage that like we took, when I say we, like me and my family, from areas, and then there's like a bunch of uncredited videos that are going around. It's difficult to know sometimes because we have momentary like buildups of water from time to time. Some videos are being recirculated from like previous events, but this is the worst. So one thing for you guys to know, this is not like Dubai's fault, right? They actually have like quite decent infrastructure for all of these things. But one thing to keep in mind is that they literally got more than 1 year's worth of rain that their system is typically designed for in like less than a 12-hour period. So imagine that, like anywhere that you live, forget a year, even if like a month worth of rain fell in less than 1 day, in less than half a day, what would happen in your city? Most cities are not designed to accommodate that, right? So this is not like I see people saying weird stuff. This is really like natural disaster type of stuff. These things happen, right? So that's one thing I want to mention. And this is a video on YouTube, just a few clips put together that I thought that maybe I could also, you know, give you guys some perspective and comment on. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this, but basically this is not everywhere, right? My neighborhood did not look like this. This is any like areas that are maybe dipped in elevation, this is gonna happen, okay? So you see a lot of cars stranded. Some of this is like people purposefully trying to, you know, thinking that they could drive through it and trying to drive through it. Some of this is people were out and the storm just happened so fast that 15-20 minutes, the water came down so fast that there was nowhere that they could go. We actually see a car here driving through it right now. There's a lot of SUVs that were just like, yo, I'm going for it. Now, one thing to keep in mind, in case y'all don't know this about cars, combustion engines, if water gets in there, bad things are going to happen, okay? And one of the ways that water gets in there is through the air intake system, okay? And the problem is that a lot of car design that air intake pipe either in the fender or in the lower part of the car. One of the reasons that they do that is because they're trying to pull air from not in the engine area where it's going to be super hot. They want to try and get maybe some cooler air coming in. And so, you know, with that being said, as you're driving through stuff like this, if that air intake pipe is submerged in water, you're going to be sucking in water and your car goes bye-bye. So, you know, sometimes you're going to get away with it. I was driving around in our Escalade, but I don't think I was going through anything quite this deep. Yeah, I mean, these guys are risking it big time. You can also end up kind of choking like your engine if like your exhaust in the back gets submerged. Obviously now that exhaust that's trying to come out is fighting against water pressure, and it can cause like some back pressure into the engine as well. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of areas that did look like this. Our neighborhood does not look like that. Most areas are good now, but there are still areas where they're trying to go out with, you know, pump trucks and get the water out of there. So, I mean, when there's a natural disaster of this scale, it's going to take time to recover. I do have to say that, you know, I'm able to drive around most places now. So things are getting back on track. And I'm seeing those trucks just 24/7 going out, pumping out water, taking it away. So it's getting there, but we're not there yet. Okay guys, so this is part of the video that you guys probably came here for. I should have put chapters so you could skip all the rest to get here. This is me trying to get to my studio, which is in this office, which is in my uncle's house, which is not where I live. It's about a 15 to 20 minute drive under normal conditions. It took me a little bit longer to get here. But before I show you that, this video was sent to me by my uncle the night before, okay? So like this was right after the peak of the storm, and now it's stopped raining, and like, you know, the next morning is when I try to go to come here. But this video is what he sent to me. Now, this video alone should have just told me, hey, maybe you should stay home tomorrow and not drive in this. But I'm gonna show you guys what I saw, and I was like, yeah, I got this. So here's the video. This is right outside the house.
Make it more obvious.
So yeah, basically I saw that and I was like, yeah, I should drive there and see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys right now what happened when I went the next morning. Guys, I'm literally This is the on-ramp to the highway. And I'm literally driving through a river. I mean, this is crazy. I really hope I make it in one piece. We're gonna find out. Guys, this is literally this is a 6-lane highway, and the only 2 lanes that are not covered in water are these 2 right here. I mean, literally the entire highway is flooded. I don't know if this was a good idea. I really wanted to try and get out here and get some work done today. I'm driving the big car. I'm in the Escalade, so that in case I ran into any issues, I'd be okay. But this might have been a bad idea, guys. I mean, you see that exit right there up ahead to the right? That's the exit I would typically have to take to get home, and it's about 5 lanes over, covered in water. So fingers crossed that the car doesn't die and I don't get trapped out here somewhere. We'll see. Okay guys, just slowing down. I'm pulling up to where the exit is supposed to be. It's better here. There's only 3 lanes that are flooded, but it looks like my exit is clear. So I think we're gonna make it, unless there's some flooding after the exit, but we'll find out shortly. I mean, honestly, I didn't film that whole way because I basically filmed me getting on the highway and now getting off, because it was a little treacherous, a lot of slowdowns, and then sections where more of the highway was clear like this, and then sections where we were all forced back to just 1 lane. So the highway is not in good condition right now. We'll see what the roads after the exit look like. Okay guys, the amount of cars I've driven by, again, I was trying not to film too much when I was on the bigger roads, so I could focus on driving. I just drove, so you guys saw I just drove by that car. I mean, I think I passed at least 15 cars like that. Now this one, is sitting in the road where it's dry. Basically, I saw videos of this street yesterday where the entire street was flooded, past up into the grass. And basically, people who were trying to drive through that, the whole section of greenery fell down there. Their cars died because their engines got flooded. And actually, I know this because it happened to my uncle. His car got flooded just up ahead. But he's had his towed, but I think I see 3 more cars up ahead. They might be dead as well. And just waiting for rescue today. I literally saw, I think, a car floating as I was exiting the highway. And I've seen so many people walking with their pants pulled up to their knees so that they can wade through the water and still make it to wherever it is that they're trying to go. I mean, look ahead, guys. This is a Rolls-Royce Cullinan stopped here, probably because they don't want to die in the water. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing here, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. I think what I should do is, oh, this is deep. I might have been better off staying on the left side. This is what I'm gonna do. We're half on the grass so that I can keep the car out of the water. Either I'm gonna make it here, guys, or I'm about to catch the moment my car dies on camera. That's basically what's gonna happen. Here's a Porsche Cayenne, dead. I think we made it. This looks like a Mercedes. What is this? S-Class, dead. Maybach. Yep, Maybach. So we made it through that, guys. That was actually really deep. I was pretty concerned. It must have been a dip in the road. I'm 50-50 about that. I feel like I maybe made the wrong choice by favoring the right side. I think I might have been better if I stayed on the left side, but I thought on the right side I could kind of go half on the grass and be a little bit higher. I don't know, but it seems like the drains are on the right side as well. So who knows? It's hard to tell which way the roads are slanted. There's gonna be a lot of maintenance, guys. I mean, look, there's all of these bushes like across. There's a lot of damage. I'm just pulling up to my uncle's place now, where you guys know I have my studio. I think I've made it, unless there's like a ocean right here. No, we're good. And now I just gotta hope that by the time I'm done with my recording session, the roads are a little better, because I saw the exits to get home and they did not look good, but I'll keep you guys posted. All right, guys, looks like we may have come across our next challenge getting in as the adventure continues. I'm actually wondering at this point if there's even power at my uncle's house, because the gate is not responding, so it might not have power. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna climb over this wall so I can get inside, and then we'll see what's going on in the house. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I just finished my recording session today. I'm gonna be putting that video together tomorrow of just my journey to get to the studio today. I'm not sure what I'm gonna face on my way back home, but it is heating up outside. I'm just gonna see what the temperature is. Yeah, it's getting pretty hot out. The sun's out. It's a dry day, no clouds. So I'm assuming that, you know, some of the water levels are gonna be down. There's also trucks that come out to pump the water out of the street. So fingers crossed that we don't face a major problem, but we'll find out shortly. So guys, remember earlier we were passing these cars. There's the dead Mercedes S-Class and the Porsche. Looks like the pump trucks came through here and got all of that water out. Remember further up, actually, we're gonna pass it right now in a second. There was also the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. At that time, I thought it had just stopped in case it was too deep for it to cross, but it looks like it's in the exact same spot that we left it in. So this Rolls-Royce Cullinan may be waterlogged as well. That is a sad, sad day. All right, guys, we literally have a car coming directly at me the wrong way on this road, because they tried to come here and realized once they got here that they can't actually pass because it is all flooded. So yeah, I mean, my exit is not too bad, but if you look down there, it's not good. All right, guys, final stretch home. This is the neighborhood. Aside from things looking like really dirty and just like they've been through some stuff, it was a very uneventful drive for me coming home. No major flooding issues on the roads I was on. I did get to see the part of the highway that I drove on this morning. Obviously I was going the opposite direction right now, but that area was really bad. I'm actually surprised that I made it through that this morning. Hopefully they get to it, because it's still 5 lanes flooded basically over there. So anyways, I'll see y'all. So yeah, guys, that is just a little bit of insight into the craziness that went down this week here. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to see what we went through. But you know what? At the end of the day, like, we're okay. You know, our families are healthy. Everyone's all right. Obviously, like, each of our houses, you know, mine, my uncle's, my aunt's, and then my other uncle, Every house had some leaks and some damages, but at the end of the day, those are just things. And we get to walk out on the other end and all of us are okay. All of us are healthy. That's literally all that matters. So we're very fortunate. It's Friday right now, so it's 3 days after the fact, and majority of stuff is back to normal. I think a lot of the low-lying areas is probably going to take a couple more days of dump trucks, but pump trucks getting out there and continuing to clear it up. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you're still here, I appreciate you spending your time with me. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.